Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Hi, I'm Marcel from StockTip, and this is today's daily update. After yesterday's Fed decision to increase the rate by 0.75%, which was already priced in, I might say, the markets remain pretty stable. But for me, this was the deciding point here. Namely, just at the end of the trading hours, we've got an outside reversal. So, in order for the market to try to remain positive and for the news to remain positive, we had to conquer or to attack this gap here to 3,840, and this didn't happen. So actually, we tried attacking it, but we ended up closing the day beneath the Fibonacci retracement of 38.2, and as such this is for me an outside reversal. So what does an outside reversal mean? It means we are just for a short time going above the support line or the resistance line, and then in this phase the resistance line in this case, and then we are closing beneath it, and this is for me a clear sign that the market is going to start another sell-off, or is going to continue its sell-off. This was just a nice consolidation to the 50 intraday average, and I guess the sell-off is going to continue. So this is actually a very good news for us, because the sooner the market reaches 3,350, 3,600, or even 3,500, the sooner we are done with this correction. So that's according to my guesses. We can see here that the SPY pre-market has already turned negative with minus 1.8%, and we are slowly but certainly heading for the 200 weekly EMA, and that's all that matters. As soon as we reach it, so the sooner we reach it, the sooner I believe this correction is going to be over. So for my part, my strategy would still remain to be conservative until we reach it, and then wait and see if you're going to reach the next level here, 3,500, respectively 350 in the SPY, and then go all in on the long side. So perhaps not all in just at that moment, perhaps only 50% long with some call options, and then if the direction gets indeed confirmed, then all in on the long side. So I think this is it for us. You can see here in the past the 200 weekly EMA has maintained its support status here, and here not so much, but it was way more abrupt, and it might just act as a desired support as well. So I believe many investors are going to jump right back into it after we breach, and perhaps come on top again on top of the 200 EMA. So this is my strategy going forward. The other side, I think the Q remains pretty much the same, also starting the day pre-market with minus 2%, which is for us not surprising. The IVM not of any interest to me. The DAX does show some promise here, but I think this is still the movement from yesterday, so not from today. And euro to US dollar is also in the negative today, and retesting this resistance, this support line. So my guess is that we are going to have a new lower low here in the euro to US dollar, but perhaps it's going to turn out to be an outside reversal in the weekly, and this would work very good for us, because this would confirm our other indicators here in the S&P 500 and in the Nasdaq. So we are pretty much almost on target here. Again almost on target. We weren't this close, we were never so close as we are now. Where are we now? We are here, so we have another 2.5% to go, and then we reach our biggest support line yet, and I believe more or less it will hold, and perhaps next week or the week before that we are ready to go long again. And let's see how oil, gold and silver are doing. So oil a bit lagging here, so I expected a bit more momentum. When I try a trade on in the oil sector, then it doesn't go as I wanted, and I'm speaking here of GLOP, Gas Log Partners. So it actually does have a bit more momentum than expected. So this is one of my favorite trades or my favorite setups now. Also the setup of the week from stock tip, you can see it here in the daily chart. It has tested this line a couple of times again and again, then broke out, pulled back, and then a new breakout. I thought it would breach yesterday breakout, but it didn't quite do that, not what I expected. So this was yesterday's action. So breakout, pullback, and again testing and pullback, and perhaps today something will come, I don't know, or we are going to keep falling and falling and falling, and to the point of no return. And then gold and silver, they are struggling here to keep this range, struggling to remain in this range, in this previous range. You can see here this previous major support line has been tested and tested all over again in the silver also, and we are struggling to remain above it. It doesn't look that good, but nothing did in this market. What did I do yesterday? So I made a very good trade, started early with a good trade. Let me see it here in AERC. Actually, I was speaking about it in the last video, and I recommended here trade above this lines here, above this line, an entry, and you can see the two lines pretty much coincide. I'm switching over to the 30-minute chart, and this is my entry point at 15.8, I think is my entry point, with an initial stop at 14.4, 14.5, I can remember exactly, and then it broke out with staggering that 52% from the breakout point, 52 or over 52%, and in total yesterday about 70%. Then it retracted a bit, but I held on to my position. My stop is at the moment somewhere in this region. And why did I hold on to my position? So for a good reason. I will show you that data for regular hours for a good reason. So I actually didn't like the way the day ended. The day ended here a bit too weak for me. I would have preferred it if we ended the day with 21, 22. Then the candle would have seen a bit more bullish for me. But so this was the point of first of here underneath this candle, the point of first of the first winnings here, where I took my first winnings, but my stop remains here, and I didn't want to close the position. Even if I'm going to lose, I'm still not going to have a minus. My initial stop was here, my breakout was here, and I will still make a lot of money if my stop remains here. The reason I didn't want to close this trade was this one. So even though we've seen a bit of a weakness, you can see that the volume has been descending gradually, and that means for me that the investors here are still invested. There isn't that much interest loss. Actually, I think there are many more like me who are interested in this piece and who are waiting for it to start going up again and for a new buying opportunity. So if you didn't buy in on any time yet or until now, I think the next opportunity is here as soon as we reach or as we breach this this flag here. So this would be the next opportunity to buy in over this this flag. Okay, so this is my best trade of the week so far. I hope it will be more. I hope it develops more. I hope we can reach the 35 here. So I'm hoping, at least. I don't know. I'm hoping I won't get stopped, and I can also tell you why I placed my stop here. So if you take a look in the 30-minute chart, or even better in the hourly chart, you can see that my stop is placed here for a reason, respectively. By backtracking here, I've seen that the best stop here for this stock would be below the low of the previous two candles. So we are speaking here, a bit of backtracking here. So below this low, then we have another high and another high, then below this low, then we get another higher candle, then below this low, another higher candle below this low, another higher candle below this low, and so on and so on. I don't think I can increase the size of it so you can see it better. I will try. I am not promising anything, so yes, I was here. So then we get another high candle here. So we get another high candle, it still remains here. We get another high candle, then it remains here. Then we get another higher candle, and it's below the lowest point of the last two candles, so it would be here. Another higher candle, but still remains here. This is no higher candle, then another higher candle, then it's between this and this, so it's pretty much here now. Or you can still leave it there. Another high candle, it remains here. Another high candle, it remains here. So, and doing so, you can see that this low never gets hurt here the whole time. For example, here, another higher candle, it remains here. Another higher, it remains here. But this is no higher, so the stop is still here. No higher, and somewhere here it gets higher. And pretty much the stop would still remain here, but you would guess at this point you would place your stop here, and so on and so on. And by doing this, your stop would never get hurt, and you'll still have your opportunity of being on the long side and take advantage of this trade if it's going to start going again. If it gets hurt, then you're pretty much screwed. So this might have been such a position. The volatility was pretty huge here, but this is the first point where the stop wouldn't have lasted. So the first one of all of this, out of all of this action. So I'm pretty hopeful that this stop here will hold, and if it doesn't, then I think it might be just the right time to part ways with this trade. Don't forget, we are now 900%. We were 900% up, so yeah, so perhaps this would do it, but I still think there is a bit of juice left in this one, and we can still squeeze it out because of the volume yesterday. So the volume wasn't that impressive, so I would expect here tiring so ending candle here with a whole bunch of volume with a spike up. So this is what I am expecting here to see, and hopefully I won't get disappointed. Okay, that's all for today. Let's just see how the markets are going to do this coming or until the end of the week. Are we going to reach our target here, 3,600, 3,500 or not? And if we do, perhaps I think I will open my first position on the long side. I just have to search for the best options for me. That's all for today. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment. If you do have any questions, I will gladly answer your questions in the comment section below. Okay, and thank you, and see you later.